It's been a real rough week since Linkin Park's Chester Bennington was passed away. Most people, what are your initial thoughts of his passing? You know, Chester Bennington to me was the greatest frontman. For a guy whose life was not all perfect, because he was, to me, even after his parents kind of got divorced, Chester Bennington at the time, he was kind of like not taking, he took advantage of everything, even for a guy who's very openly candid during his time, because he was abused by drugs and alcohol through his life, and he was roughed up by a older person at the time. But why would a guy, Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, who did this, who at the time when he was roughed up by an older person, why couldn't he come clean? Why couldn't he told the right people what happened? He could have went to rehab, got his life in order, got his health up to par. The only real reason why Chester Bennington Linkin Park took his own life, because he just knew that he couldn't bring himself, since the hit song Heavy from Linkin Park's last album, One More Light, that really hit him, that really hit Chester Bennington. And it was the same day of Chris Cornell's passing, Chris Cornell's 53rd birthday, that Chester Bennington decided to do the same thing that Chris Cornell did, took his own life. To me, I don't know why Chester Bennington had to take his own life like that. He has so much to gain, and he just had like he took the only way out. Because for a guy that was brought into the world as a musician, but he kind of, since his parents weren't there to support him, and many years later he was roughed up by a older person, and he couldn't bring himself to the right people. Maybe Chester Bennington, songs, Linkin Park kind of sum up Chester Bennington's life, but Chester Bennington could at least got his life in order back to when he was young, got his life and his health and everything else. Why would a guy have to take his own life like that? Maybe he was depressed because of his personal life, because Chester Bennington's life was always out, Maybe he was so secluded that his life was not what wasn't, his personal life wasn't all perfect, but for a guy, he just had to take his own life. I don't know why musicians today that have to take their own life like that. Most musicians, Chris Cornell, very highly successful, a guy who has been in 3 bands. Chris Cornell was part of Temple of the Dog, Audioslave, Soundgarden. Chester Bennington was part of another group way before Linkin Park became a household name. But I definitely think when you look at Chester Bennington's life, if he was if he was spoken about a little more clearly and actually got real help a long time ago and got his health and everything up to a T, we would have a different conversation about Chester Bennington, who to me, hands down, who really battled his demons. Become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tired, so it's so away. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me. Every last night I become so numb and try to think what you want me to be. I become so numb. It won't try